Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. We are ready for our next day of math and our packet. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to find where it says week 2. So you're looking for like a yellow piece, week 2. I'm not sure if yours is in color or not, but it will say week 2 and we're going to be on day 2, which is Wednesday. So we're on day 2 and just like yesterday, remember, these are just a lot about thinking through the solutions that you could get, problem solving, showing your work, doing your best. I know there are some definitely abstract thinking, but it's really tapping into your math brain so that you are able to be the best problem solver that you can be. There's 3 questions, very, very similar to yesterday. So let's go ahead and let's get started on our first word problem. All right, so we have David, Mary, Claire, and Mark who were picking strawberries in their grandparents' garden. They had each picked the same number of strawberries when their grandma gave everyone 2 more strawberries. Now the 4 kids had 36 strawberries in all. A. How many strawberries did each child have before grandma gave them more? Show your work. So for this problem, if you notice, I highlighted a couple really important things that you should take some note on as you're working this. Right here, they had each picked the same number of strawberries. Now this is really important because if they all picked the same, then you know that each kid is going to have the exact same amount. And that's going to help you, especially when we're thinking about division. We're going to be finding equal groups. David, Mary, Claire, and Mark are the same. But wait, Grandma gave them 2 more strawberries. But wait a minute, that's equal. Grandma didn't just give David 2 or Mark 2 and Claire only got 1. Nope, she gave each of the kids 2 more strawberries. Now, look what I highlighted here. They all had 36 strawberries in all. So this is why I went ahead and I did my tape diagram because it's a great visual that we can use when we're problem solving. And I know that if this is the each kid, David, Mary, Claire, and Mark, they all picked together 36 strawberries in all. But the question says, how many strawberries did each child have before Grandma gave them more? So I have to figure out this part first, but I also need to know how many do they have before. So right now, let's figure out how many each kiddo has when I have 36 in all. They all have the same. So I have 4 kids and 36. So your brain should be thinking about a division problem. You should be thinking 36 divided by 4 equals, and we should be getting faster at our multiplication facts. So let's count by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. So 9 times 4 equals 36. So 9. Right now in each of the groups, there are 9 strawberries. Now, this is not the answer, because here's why. Look what the question says. A lot of us sometimes, especially a lot of my higher mathematicians and a lot of you guys who are wanting to push yourself, sometimes you'll just stick with this answer right here. The answer is not 9 because it says how many strawberries did each child have before Grandma gave them more? Well, how much did Grandma give them? Grandma gave everyone 2 more. So if I take my 9 and I take away the 2 strawberries that Grandma gave, what does it mean if I take away something? What am I doing? I am doing 9 minus 2, which equals 7. Do you see that? 7. So actually, before Grandma gave them, how many did they have? They had 7. So I'm going to go ahead and change this 9. I'm going to cross it out. You can cross it out with your pencil. I'm just going to change it to a 7 so that I can really see it. I'm going to change it to a 7. So now there's 36 after Grandma gave them it, but now it's not 36. Now it's 7, 14, 21, 28. Do you see where I got 28 from? So they actually had 28 strawberries. But then look what Grandma did. And I'm just going to show you this so that you can really see. I'm going to pretend that this is a strawberry. She gave a strawberry and she gave, I wish I could draw this a little bit better, but I don't know if I'll be able to. I'll do 2 little circles. How about that? I'll try to do that. See if that goes. Yeah, strawberry and a strawberry. And then she gave a strawberry and she gave a, all right, so I drew 2 little circles, so like 7, I have 28, and then Grandma comes along and says, oh, here's 2 more for you. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Do you see this problem right here? How they originally had 7, and then Grandma gave them each 2 more, which now my new answer then becomes 36. So I'm going to do this little arrow. It becomes 36. So they went from 28 to now 36. So that's where those numbers are at. Now here's what you have to do for B. You have to pick 2 equations that below that could help you solve the problem. So what they did is they put an S here. The S stands for an unknown. So like, what is the S going to stand for? What number could you plug in here to really get your answer? Because they want to know how many strawberries did I gotta actually finish this right here, did each child have before Grandma gave them more? So I'm going to put each child had 7 strawberries. Because they did. They had 7 before Grandma came along. And then Grandma gave them 2 more. So when I think about this, how am I going to figure out this answer? So I know my S stands for 7. So can you plug in 7 and see which ones make sense here? Try and do that. So for example, if I put in 7 right here, 7 plus 2 is 9 times 4 is 36. That works. Now, I want you to do the rest. You have to find 2 equations. See if you can find 2 other ones that could equal and get you that right amount. Okay, so plug in that 7 for the S and see if it works. Remember, whenever we have parentheses, we learn that you have to do what's in the parentheses first. So if your S is in a parenthesis like mine, I had to solve 7 plus 2 is 9, and then 9 times 4 is 36. So make sure you solve that. All right. Next problem, we have a puzzle. Now this puzzle is pretty fun. You need to look at what's the value of the last row. So if we think about rows and columns, okay, so rows and columns, we have to be able to figure out what this is. So it looks like a warthog plus a tiger equals 9. Now a lion plus a warthog equals 10. A lion plus an eagle equals 13. Now, what is a warthog plus an eagle plus 2 tigers? Interesting. So we have to figure out what these pictures mean. Now, right away, a warthog plus a lion equals 10. Well, look, a warthog plus 9 equals 10. Well, what number plus 9 equals 10? It has to be the number 1. So the warthog is actually the number 1. I just figured out the warthog. Warthog equals 1. All right, because 1 plus 9 equals 10. Now, look at this one. 1 plus tiger equals 9. What number plus 1 equals 9? 8. See that? 1 plus 8 equals 9. That's the only option. You couldn't put 7 because that would only get you 8. It has to be 8. So that means 2 of these tigers. So if this is a tiger 8 and this is a tiger 8, how much are 2 tigers? 8 plus 8 is 16. Oh, that's a crazy 6. That turned crazy. 16. Hopefully that sticks. There we go. Now all we have to solve is for our eagle. So let's figure this out. 8 plus what equals 13? So you're going to figure this out. What can this eagle equal? 8 plus what equals 13? 8, count up, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many did you get? But wait, it's 2 eagles. 2 eagles. Are you thinking? So you should have got 1 eagle is 5. That didn't change for me. 9 plus 5 is 14. 8 plus 5 is 13. So if 2 eagles, what's 5 plus 5? 10. All right, boys and girls, you have some adding to do. You have to take 1 plus 10 plus 16 and then get your answer. So go ahead and you're going to add those numbers up together and get your final answer. And the very last problem that we have today, my friends, is called a magic pyramid. Now for this pyramid, you have to place the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you have to put them in the circles shown below, or shown right here. Only one number, this is important, only one number may be placed in each circle and all numbers must be used. Very important. You can't just forget about the number 6 or 5. When the final arrangement is complete, the sum of 3 numbers on each side must all be the same. All right, so 3 numbers on each side have to all be the same. So these 3 have to equal. The sum means adding. When you add them up, they all have to be the same. So let's just kind of plug these in. So if I put a 3 here and a 5 here, that's 8, 9, 10. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I have to get 10 over here. Okay, let's give it a try. 6, 7, 8. Oh no, that won't work. 9, 10, 11, 12, 7, 8. Nope, doesn't work. So let me start over. Do you see how I'm just guessing and I'm checking to see if I can find a sum that works? This is a math puzzle. Before you get super frustrated, you need to stop and just think about what numbers you could put together to equal the same amount. 3 numbers on each side, okay? So I want to give you guys a chance to think about this, and then I'm going to help you get started with one side. So go ahead and take a moment to think about this before you keep watching my video. All right, guys, I'm going to kind of give you a hint. So I'm going to put the 6 here, the 2 here, and the 4 here. Now, what did I get for this sum? 6 plus 2, 6, 7, 8, plus 4 equals 12. Now, you're going to have to think about how can I arrange these numbers down here to get the same sum, okay? To get the same sum. So I want you guys to think about what you could get for your answer there. All right, everybody, good luck. I can't wait to see your work. This is for sure a fun math day today, a lot of problem solving, a lot of thinking through. Good luck, everybody, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.